you doing tonight?
I am doing really well, actually. I just moved 1,600 miles in the last week.
Yeah, it's going to make things a little bit different. But that's the genius of the setup that we have. It doesn't matter where you are.
It's true.
As long as you have access to the internet.
I miss my super fast internet.
Yeah, that's going to take a while to get used to. Until you get things set up and running again. You know, moving is always a pain, but that's probably one of the worst parts, is getting everything set back up again.
Yeah, well, in the area that we moved to is supposedly in the construction phase of Google Fiber.
Oh, that's excellent. Get on board with that.
There's been... Yeah, I signed up for it, but there's been some aesthetic problems with the communities, and they hate what it looks like or something.
It looks like wires underground for the most part, right? I mean,
yeah, they have these things. I think they're called huts that are above ground. I think they're like transformers, sort of like some kind of junction.
Okay, so it's just a periodic thing,
apparently, yeah, apparently they're hideous.
Well, NIMBYism at its best there.
Yeah.
So we had to take a couple weeks off because of that move, but we're back again tonight with Domino Master. Copyright 2008 by Tick Games. I think it's Tick, not... It would be Tick, right?
Not T-I-K?
Well, that's actually probably better. That's smarter, because who wants to be named after, like, a blood-sucking insect, right? Or a facial tick? That's even worse. Well, no. I don't think even they want to be called ticks.
Tick,
you're looking it up.
Okay. I'm looking up Tick Games. First of all, Tick Games, all one word.
Yeah.
It's,
T-I-K, capital G-A-M-E-S. LLC.
Excellent. LLCs are great.
It's one of the best forms of doing business. So it's Domino Master, it's Dominoes, it's pretty much what you'd expect. Which is one of the reasons why I'm really glad to have you here with me tonight, because, let's be honest, this is going to be a stretch to call it entertaining without something fun to talk about.
Yeah, that's true. I watched some Castlevania today, so I have that to talk about.
You watched Oh, the new series on Netflix, right? We were talking about that.
It premiered today.
Did it? Sorry, did you binge watch the whole thing?
Already, Netflix has already renewed it after just, 8 hours or whatever.
Good stuff.
I watched...
Do we need to learn how to play dominoes again?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mostly know the chicken foot style of dominoes.
See, I just know, like, the basic double nines, and I know some of the other things, but let's have a look at the tutorial. Straight, all fives.
Ooh, Mexican Train!
Mexican Train is here, and this is what you'll be spending most of your time playing if you play this game, especially the way I play games like this, because there are achievements associated with it, and Mexican Train is a game that can take forever. It's a very long game.
I have a domino set, like an actual physical one. It's specifically designed for train. Even has a little train in the center where you put the dominoes, and you can press it and it makes a choo-choo noise.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's way different. But just as much fun.
Yes, it's very different.
Maybe even more.
I think it's more fun.
You have your personal train. Other players cannot play in my personal train.
Okay.
That's the Mexican Train. All players may play there. Whenever the domino bones match the end number of the train. So that's standard domino thing. Starts with 12-12. So play the 12-9. That sounds pretty good. Oh, well, obviously we want to play on the Mexican, right? Passing opens your train. When you pass, a personal train becomes open. Oh, they can play on me. That's bad. We don't want to do that. Never pass. Never pass.
I mean, sometimes it'll probably be unavoidable, but whatever possible, don't.
Arrange your hand. Using Y. Okay, well, it says to you, for details on how to please play this play the other tutorial to learn how to actually play this game. I should have perhaps
basically learn basic dominoes, then you can play the train.
Then do this.
Yeah. So Castlevania, I paid attention to several whole minutes of the first episode before I got distracted reading on my tablet.
That's pretty good for you.
That's not a criticism of the game or of the show.
No, that's you in a nutshell.
Because going to the movies is almost painful for me because I can't look at some other piece of electronics. So, yeah, a lot of the characters are who you'd expect. Dracula, of course, Alucard.
So they're using Alucards for the, so because that's the thing. Which of the various Castlevania chronologies are you using? Which set of canons are you using? Because they completely rewrote the canons when they went to the Lords of Shadow series.
Mm-hmm. So they're using his classic origin story, which is that he was holed up in his castle, minding his own beeswax. He met Lisa, fell in love, blah, 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 burned her as a witch, and now he's determined to wipe all of humanity off the planet. So it's kind of the classic story. But they did start with the backstory. So it actually starts earlier than the games. Because in the games, Lisa's always dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what sets things up.
Right. The reason that family, whose name is escaping me right at this moment, starts with a B, they're the main the Belmonts, yeah. Yeah. They're after him because he's trying to wipe out the planet, and they're not into that. And I forget which Belmont is in the TV show.
Well, you said Alucard.
But it's all set in the Alucard is not a Belmont.
Yeah, no, you're right, but I mean, so which Belmont do they have? You said you don't remember, okay.
I don't remember which Belmont they have, but it's in the mid 15th century.
So it's early then, really early.
Yeah. I mean, it would be shortly after
Holy
Vlad
cow.
Dracula's actual
hear
death.
This, like, porn music?
Yeah, the porn music is not great.
Wow.
Well, now we can't. You just made a swastika.
It's Domino. It's gonna happen. Is it right-handed or left-handed, right?
Okay, it's not funny. We'll just pretend it's the symbol for.
We have a commenter as well. YPod or YPod? Is it YPod or YPod? The music reminds me a lot of early XBLA stuff. Yeah, this is very early XBLA stuff. This is circa 2008, spot on. But even then, this doesn't even sound like 2008. It sounds like 1970s porn. All right, YPod, thank you.
I'm not signed in.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
So I can't see the comments.
But you can hear me and you can see what's going on?
Yep.
Awesome. All right,
so let me get signed in.
Oh, that's okay. Right now I'm just completely kicking the computer's butt, so you're not missing anything. Anyway, so we were saying 15th century of...
Mid 15th century. I don't think it's that long after actual historical Vlad III's death. Because I think that's right about... Okay.
Yeah, that would be something I'd have to ask you about. I don't know that off the top of my head.
I'm so hazy on really Eastern European history.
That's probably a mistake. I want to put it on the other one.
Better
well,
with
he gave me an out,
Western.
So. I needed to read the tutorial because I want to like rotate it so we don't get swashbuckles all the time. But
yeah, because it's getting awkward.
Oh no, I have to draw. Oh no.
Yeah, so Vlad III died for real in either 1476 or 1477. So this is set 20 years before his death. His actual historical death.
Okay.
But it has the same origin story as the game. His relationship with Alucard is unclear at this point, but there's no reason to suspect it isn't consistent with the game. Ooh, I just leveled up.
What are you playing?
Nothing. I leveled up on Mixer.
Yeah. Okay. I swear I thought you were playing something there.
I'm playing Candy Crush again.
Always.
Candy Crush is a euphemism because I don't even have it on my phone.
Stop taking my sixes! Oh, you jerk. Why is Conan the Barbarian playing dominoes? Yeah, this is the AI that they've selected, and the name Dominator 1989. That's actually a legitimate gamer tag that someone would have had. That's awesome. They put some thought into that. It's also, why is Conan the Barbarian the guru level of dominoes? I mean, if we're playing dominoes and I'm playing Conan the Barbarian, I really ought to be playing against like the beginner level, but I'm playing the guru. This is as good as it gets.
Hey, Conan eventually became the governor of California. He has to have some smarts.
Well, that's the actor. The actor doesn't count. Alright, you don't like threes, huh? Oh, you use that. I can't do that. Let's go here, then. Give me my 6 back, you jerk.
I'm really irritated that I can't remember which Belmont is in the show.
Oh, look at that smirk he gave me. Oh, you absolute... punch you in the face. Straight to the game. Skip that shuffling. I trust the shuffled. Which reminds me, Star Trek, The Next Generation. There was that episode where they're stuck in this time loop. And so one of the ways that Data figures out they're in a time loop is that he actually programs his brain to not sufficiently randomize cards when they're playing cards. And so everyone keeps getting 3 of a kind. It's like, there's no way we all got 3 of a kind. Come on, what's going on, Data? You're not shuffling right. And it's just to trig him that he needs to pay attention to the 3 stars, which is the Lieutenant Colonel or the Colonel, or whatever it is that they have in Starfleet. So he's like putting forward his option, and it's like, no, I should actually listen to the person who has the higher ranking than me, because even though I'm usually smarter, pay attention to the brain loop. So insufficiently randomizing because of the computer. Long story, stupid one, but it always sticks there.
Well, and, you know, in art, because there's a way that you make things look random, because if you were to make them truly random, they would look like shit, you know? So it's like, if you wanted to look like you randomly sprinkled paint on this thing, there's a whole specific sets of trios you work with and
the kind of noise you want to use. Perlin trees, etc. Really? You just got everything? Alright, I am playing on Guru, but I think it's not so much that I'm playing on Guru as the fact that he's just a lucky ass.
Perhaps you've sailed too close to the sun. You need to
Icarus?
Pull that back in, Icarus.
You're pulling out some obscurities today.
Yeah. No, people would get that now because of the Bastille song.
Bastille is a name that I know of from French history, not from music.
It's a band also.
Why would they call themselves that?
Because the lead singer was born on Bastille Day.
Okay, that's actually pretty legit. All right.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Manny.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think it'll be bad, but it's only 4 episodes. And I didn't really read anything about it before it came out, so I was surprised that it was animated.
I'm getting destroyed.
Dominoes are hard.
Get rid of that. That's a lot of points.
Voice acting is solid. They paid for some, you know, British guys you would recognize from The Hobbit. Richard Armitage plays the Belmont. McTavish is Dracula.
Really? So he's playing a lot of bad guys right now.
He is a lot, yeah, because he has Preacher.
Right.
And some other stuff, yeah. Is he Alucard or is he Dracula? Now I'm gonna have to relook it up, but I'm pretty sure he's Dracula.
Can you not play it one time? Ah.
He's like, no.
Oh my god.
No, I'm never gonna stop.
Oh, this is what I get for playing on Guru.
Hubris. It's what everybody gets brought down by in every Greek myth ever.
Which is totally fitting for me. Yeah. Deal with that. Of course, it's going to screw me off in the game as well.
Now we're just angry playing.
Now I have to draw. Alright. Could have been worse.
What was I supposed to be looking up? Oh, Gavin McTavish.
You see what else he's doing?
Who he plays. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like he might have been in The Hobbit, too.
He was, yes. He's one of the dwarves.
Graham McTavish. Not Gavin.
Alright, let's do this one. I think it's probably the worst play, but he actually gets rid of points. I don't trust him. Could have been worse.
Yeah, he was in The Hobbits. And he was in Creed, which was good. I liked Creed.
That's the Rocky sequel? Haven't seen it.
Yes. It's the 7th Rocky film, technically.
That's a lot of Rocky.
But most people don't know or count the 5th or 6th Rocky games.
Because after a while, they're just, you know, why? This is terrible.
Yeah. So Graham McTavish did TV voice work or actual work. He's an Outlander. Oh yeah, he is an Outlander. Looks like he does quite a bit of voice stuff for cartoons, actually.
Yeah, I punked you. You won, but you didn't get any points.
And then Preacher in Castlevania. And he's also been in a bunch of video games, including Uncharted 4, The Order 1886.
Oh, who's in Order 1886? Oh my gosh, I got
He
destroyed
was
there.
Sebastian Mallory, who was Sir Percival. I think he was the bad guy.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah. Oh, spoiler.
Yeah, that was... I'm actually kind of glad we didn't record when we were playing that one. Those stealth
well, some
sections...
parts of it were so painful.
Right, can you imagine if we tried to record that stealth section? Those would have been awful.
Oh, the frickin' garden? Ugh, that was horrible. I'm
Yeah,
actually
that took
playing
us a
a
good
stealth game right
hour
now.
or so straight.
Yeah, we really that and what was the other one that really some section where we were in an alleyway
Oh
shooting
God!
poor people.
Yes, because they kept, they shouldn't have had that kind of powerful weaponry, and that just we died over and
Right.
over again.
Yeah, it was like
If he wins here, I'm
we
toast.
feel like we
Yeah.
made
Oh
some.
my! He destroyed me.
Ow. Domino.
Yeah. 52. Well, that's the game. Yeah, you can smile for that
Is
one.
it gonna make you play it? Oh, it is.
I mean, I could concede at any point. Oh my gosh. Why didn't I ever stuff him once? He knows I don't like fours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can use that. Of course he has it.
What a jerk.
He had it every single time. How did I win that first game? That's the real question. I only have 60. He's not won yet. 99. There's still a chance. I can win this.
That's true. You could
Believe in the heart of cards.
Could be having an epic comeback.
The part of dominoes.
All right, I'm gonna look up which Belmont it is because it's really bugging me now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that bugged me is that Lisa has a last name, and it's Tepish.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's a weird. In Castlevania, she doesn't have a canon last name in the game, and Tepish means impaler. Dracul means dragon, and that's more his family name. You know, Tepish is his personal name. So if he was gonna give someone a last name, it would be Dracul.
Yeah, she should have been Dracul as well. And then,
Mm-hmm.
well, maybe that's, somehow it'll be explained to the end, and she's actually the one impaling everybody. What a twist!
So her name is Lisa Impaler. Plot twist. Yeah. Turns out Vlad was just this really super nice guy.
He was all in it for the family.
Stabbing all those people. Yeah.
You jerk. I mean, it's fine. Play smart, but...
Alright, so I have the cast. Richard Armitage plays Trevor Belmont. So that's who it is.
Okay, so I think it was Trevor, Simon, and then further down the line. Don't have it.
Trevor is the one from Dracula's Curse, Curse of Darkness. Those are his era.
Wow. This guy is unreal. Yeah, I won that first game. I thought I was going to do well. I was like, hey, I'm pretty good at this. And obviously, it's dominoes. It's hard to be bad at dominoes, but he just wrecked me.
So yeah, Trevor is the main protagonist of Castlevania 3, which was released in 1989.
Right, but that was
Japan.
That went backwards in time from the first two, because the first one was Castlevania, then the second one was Castlevania 2, which was Simon's Quest. So Simon Belmont was the hero there, and I can't remember who the protagonist was in the first one.
Or let's see. There's got to be someone who made a timeline of this. I'm gonna find some nerds.
Oh yeah, just go to the Castlevania wiki.
Well, I'm on it, but I don't know how to search it, so.
You are losing your geek
I
cred
know
quickly.
I know how to search it, but I don't know how to ask it for a timeline.
Just go to Simon Belmont and then just look for information in his history about who his parents were and who's for genealogy, or just go to Belmont.
No, it's good.
The entry on
got
Belmont,
it.
It'll be fine.
Okay, so the oldest game is set in 1094.
Oh wow.
That's Lament of Innocence. It was for PlayStation 2. It used 3D gameplay. It was released in 2003,
so
2004.
Sad. Oh, now I'm sad. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 3. Come on. Oh.
It's about Leon Belmont, and it's the origins of the feud between Dracula and the Belmont family. So, basically, the TV show is pretending that never happened. Because the origins of the... Well...
You can't go back so
Dracula
far.
and the Belmonts may hate each other for some additional reason, but the conflict in the show is over him deciding humanity needs to die.
Very traditional.
Yeah. Apparently games have been set as far forward as 2036.
I'm not a big follower of the Castlevania series, but I know enough to say... see, the Lords of Shadow had a very end piece that was modern day-ish.
Mm-hmm. According to this timeline, Lords of Shadow goes through 2057.
Yeah, so...
From 1046
yeah.
to 2057.
All the way back. But that was what... blocked.
Ooh.
Oh. So, I win, but I lost.
Yeah.
Well, he got 2 points out of it, so I mean that's for the best. It could have been a lot worse. So I really like Lords of Shadow. I just really hate how they set up the DLC on that game.
I don't play much Castlevania because I don't totally care for side scrollers.
Well, Lords of Shadow is completely 3D, so it's not a side scroller at all.
Right.
It's not even truly a Metroidvania. I was having a discussion about that earlier this week, actually, and I tentatively called it a Metroidvania, and then I got completely stomped on by people who knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
And I agree, it is not a Metroidvania, which is impressive because it's Castlevania. So how do you have a Castlevania game that isn't a Metroidvania? Well, you do it by completely changing the formula. It still has a lot of the Castlevania themes, but the gameplay is nothing like anything in the series before then. And they went back and, like I said, completely rewrote the canon.
Well, and Ego left at some point, and, Konami carried on without him. And he put out that stained glass game because he still wanted to keep making the 2D side type games. And people were like, no, nobody wants that anymore. So he did that Kickstarter. One of the most epic Kickstarters ever.
Is that the one that's going to come out later this year?
Bloodstained, it's called.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. And he's in a castle with an actual torture chamber. Turns into a bat at the end. Flies off.
Nice.
It was a good video. It was one of those Kickstarters that was like, I'm fully funded if I can convince these people that
There's
guys
enough
actually
audience.
want to play one of these
Right.
games. Yeah.
So just show up and we've got it done, guys.
Yep.
That was a risky move, and it didn't pay off. Thanks, Cotton.
I could tell that the people who wrote the script for the TV show at least looked at the Wikipedia page for Castlevania. So it wasn't like the Assassin's Creed movie where it's like
we're gonna just rewrite everything.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you'd seen that. I just saw it probably about 2 weeks ago.
That's about when I saw it. I saw it shortly before I left.
Interesting. It's a really strange coincidence.
That is really weird.
Oh, disaster.
I mean, I didn't love it.
No, it was pretty bad.
No. Did I hate it? Yeah, I probably did.
I'm not gonna go that far because it just was as a movie. I've seen far worse.
Well, yeah.
Just as a movie, it was an acceptable movie.
I'm not sure we're on the same page there.
Oh, no.
Here, my husband's right here. Let me ask him if, as
Mr.
someone
Des.
who's never seen or never played Assassin's Creed, did you feel that the Assassin's Creed movie was a satisfying, acceptable movie? Knowing nothing about the game or anything, did you enjoy it as a movie? Would you go see another Assassin's Creed movie?
Ooh, now you're making it difficult. I would say that it was good entertainment for what it was worth, meaning we didn't really pay for it or anything. Popcorn kind of movie entertainment.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, I can't wait for them to keep making more of them, or I want to know more about these people. It was sort of like, hey, they did a thing. Good job.
They're clearly setting up for a sequel, and it didn't.
So was that the answer?
Thank you, Mr. Des.
Yeah.
And for the record, I think that my wife was pretty much in the same board as well. She'd never.
There's been much worse movies. By the video games.
You two are making the exact same argument. He said there's been worse movies too. It's like, well, yeah.
Of course there have been worse movies.
Worse murders than some murders, but that doesn't mean murders aren't bad.
Now you're doing apples and apricots. Not even close.
That movie murdered my time. So, anyways.
I have a very generous
1
participation
point.
for movies.
1 point. Oh, this is gonna take forever.
So, apparently his complaint is that I don't have a lot of patience for movies.
Well, that is a fair thing. I think that is an incredibly
which we
fair
all
statement.
already know. Yeah.
You started that movie with a very specific expectation in your mind, I'm sure, but even if you didn't know it yourself, and it didn't meet that. Guaranteed.
So you're victim blaming now. You're saying it's my fault that I didn't enjoy Assassin's Creed.
I don't think you have to enjoy it. I'm just saying that it's not Assassin's Creed. It's not the movie's fault necessarily.
All right, so we have another comment, and the comment here is that we're making analogies of good games versus okay games versus okay movies versus good movies. Is this an acceptable domino game? I don't know if there are worse domino games. That's the problem. If you look for games that are domino games, that are video games, especially on the Xbox ecosystem, are there even any others? Xbox, stop listening. What the hell? Stupid Kinect.
It's like, you're talking about me. I sense it. Okay, I'm gonna Google Xbox domino games.
I think this is probably the only one. Little does he know that he just screwed up.
Alright, so if you search for Domino's Xbox, the #1 hit is for the Domino's Pizza app.
There's an app?
Yes. You can order a Domino's pizza through the Xbox One.
Wow.
And that is ranked higher on Google than Domino Master.
Well, that... We're seeing why right now. I mean, it's Domino's,
I agree
right?
with YPod. They should make a Domino's game where you get to set them all up and tip them over in patterns and stuff. That would be amazing.
Just to watch it happening. What is the point of this? The whole point of playing a video game of something like Domino's is so that shit like that doesn't happen. Put it on a line!
I know, why is it so crooked? They're trying to make it, it's for immersion, it's for realism.
Oh, it's just, it's twigging the OCD. Oh.
So on the first page of search results, every single one, except for the second one, is about how Domino's has a pizza app for the Xbox One.
This is a thing.
So people are more excited about that.
I don't even know they're excited. They're just super surprised, because why would that be a thing?
We're just like, why do you... Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll go in my Xbox app, and I'll search for Domino's.
So, Xbox gamers are pure stoners, so we want to have our pizza app ready to go.
Can I shop from the app? Oh yeah, there it is. It's trying to get me to buy Domino Master.
So what would a game where you set up dominoes and then get to knock them over even be? What? Like, with the gameplay? Would you just... Do you have to design it yourself entirely, like it's Minecraft-y, and then you set up the dominoes? Or do they come with some patterns and it's just like Zen-like, and you tip it over and you just watch it happen? And is the gameplay that sometimes it doesn't work because the spacing's not quite right, or just because there was a gust of wind? I don't know how that works as a game. Connect game.
Or
Connect game. That's clever. Turn it in. Or maybe one of those augmented reality things, like you take a photograph of it on your living room floor that you've actually already set up, and you get to save it into your system, so that when you actually set it off, you can set it off on like a replay in the game over and over again without having to reset it every single time. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, I can see it where you would unlock ramps or steps or levers, and it would be about you getting the physics right. So you could tip them, and it would
so
not
like Bridge
work
Constructor out. with dominoes. All right.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how that works out. I don't know that it's a good game, but I'm curious.
There are worse game ideas.
We have seen a lot of them.
There are 7 search results for the word domino. And they are all variations of Domino Master. There's Domino Master. Domino Master Chillin'.
Jerk.
Domino Master Football, Basketball, Baseball, and Rap.
What? Oh, are those like add-ons? Extra packs?
Yeah. Let me look. I'm clicking on Domino Master Rap right now, which has 5 stars. New music-themed backgrounds for the playfields, plus gold dominoes.
Wait, new music? I can get new music.
Yes, you can get new music.
Thank God! They recognized it was terrible.
How do I buy this? Well, I'm not gonna buy it. I mean, I want to find out how much it costs.
10th anniversary remaster. Well, it'll be this year. I mean, next year, I guess, because it's copyright 2008, so we're coming up on it. What, turning this up, Xbox said,
I
and
have
then
a
1,000
message
gamer
from
score.
You for like 2 months ago.
About Domino Master?
Yeah. No, just on the app.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, so that was probably one of the
10th anniversary remaster. Nobody thought they could top this masterpiece. No, this is perfect.
Well,
Nothing could be better than this.
When I was setting this up for you, I was like, well, it does what it says on the tin, right? It's dominoes. What do you expect? The problem is that I'm playing way too long of a game here. I'm playing to 100 points. I should not be playing to 100 points. And even when I'm winning by such a small margin that 100 points is going to be a huge chunk of time. So I'm actually just going to forfeit this game, and I'm going to switch over to a different version because I think that'll be more entertaining. See, there's the tipping over. It's happening. It's happening! It's just the loading screen.
Yeah.
And I can also play it multiplayer, so you can see if anybody's actually playing this game. You must sign into... Well, yeah, of course I do.
How are you not signed in already? Oh, something happened.
That's insane. That is absolutely insane. So it seemed like the backwards compatibility doesn't work with multiplayer. So I actually can't play it multiplayer right now. Either that or the multiplayer is actually completely broken, which would be pretty bad because there's at least 2 achievements associated with it playing in online mode. One for winning your first game in online mode, and one for winning each of the types. Yeah, it should still be working. I didn't see anything about it recently. But
Domino Master multiplayer.
Let's try out something else here. Let's try all 3s. For this, let's just set it to beginner because I actually haven't studied this one yet. 6/6 is fine, and the winning score is going to be like 100. Yeah, let's go. Foxy Lady 1991. That is probably too young for me.
Okay, so from the Xbox forums, from the user voice section on the Domino Master page, there's a post from the admin about how it's now backwards compatible. And then a lot of angry comments about how the multiplayer doesn't work.
Really?
Yeah.
The multiplayer doesn't work in backwards compatibility, or it just doesn't work at all.
Fix the damn multiplayer, for fuck's sake. I don't see a way to do multiplayer with my friends while on the Xbox One. It sounds like it's on the Xbox One. So you could get those achievements on the 360. Right?
Yeah, so I should still be able to do it, theoretically. I thought that would count. 8. I need to add 1. 3. That should do it. Oh,
I have a cat sleeping on my leg.
Are your allergies going off yet?
No, they haven't been bad. I think it's because the climate is very arid.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of my other ones like mold, mildew bothering me all the time.
That's good.
And there's wood floors.
Definitely helps.
So that keeps it to a minimum, yeah. This one kitty's been naughty all day.
Thank you, Ypod, for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ypod.
Talk to you later.
Okay, so we talked about Castlevania. What else happened this week? Well, I mean, E3 happened while we were moving.
I'm the only Domino's stream on Mixer or Twitch. The pressure is on. The entirety of the popularity of this game depends on me. Well, what we can do is we've demonstrated exactly what that complaint was, so that anyone who is interested in buying this game for backwards compatibility knows precisely that the multiplayer doesn't work. And we can get in touch with the developers and tell them, guys, get it together. This is unacceptable. If you're going to go backwards compatible, make it work. It's not so hard, right?
It should be fully backwards compatible.
100%. 6, 2. Well, I can't do anything, so we're going to just do this. Nine. Good for you, jerk. Oh, wow, that's a good one for him.
Okay, so did we talk about games this week? I don't know. I was moving.
No, we haven't really talked for a little bit via email and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been making sure you had a chance to settle in.
Yeah. Let me look and see what the last thing we talked about was. Because I feel like we talked about... Oh! We can talk crap about Sony.
Always.
And not letting people play the game with the cars and the hats.
Rocket League, yes.
Rocket League, yeah.
So, Rocket League developers have been talking about the possibility for cross-platform play for a while. Much longer than this has been a story. And Xbox and Microsoft have been talking about the possibility of going into cross-play for a while, but no one's ever actually done it. Well, now Xbox is actually pushing it hard, not just between Xbox and PC, but they actually have expanded to Minecraft, which is everywhere, and they're doing cross-play on Minecraft all the way out to the Nintendo Switch. And so now there's more pressure on Rocket League because the developer wants it, and Microsoft wants it, and PC wants it, and Sony says, no. We're
Right.
not interested.
And we talked about the difference between Minecraft and Rocket League.
Yeah, and that's
where
a fair
there are
distinction.
solid business arguments for Sony telling Microsoft no for
Right,
Minecraft.
because Minecraft requires an Xbox Live login through
Right.
their proprietary system on the hardware, which,
Right.
you know, I can see where that'd be an
Obviously,
issue.
Nintendo doesn't care about that, but you
'Cause
can
they don't have a
see
system.
how... Because, yeah, they don't. They're just Nintendo and they're weird. Plus, I mean, they struggled with their last console, so anything to make this console more appealing, I think, they'll go for.
Yeah, like the Wii U was just an odd duck.
Yeah, it just never really took off. People really didn't like it.
Not that one, the other way. I had points. Oh, come on. That's awful.
I mean, the Wii U came out shortly before the Xbox One and the PS4, so they have a new console already. Because the Wii U sold nothing.
Yeah, it was an odd one.
Okay. My brother has it because anything you put a Zelda game on, he'll buy. Yeah.
And it had Pokemon too, right? So, I mean, there's always that.
And Pokemon too. Yeah, he likes a lot of the Nintendo games. I mean, he also has an Xbox and a PlayStation. But I have 4 consoles, and none of them are Nintendo. I think I'm officially done with Nintendo.
Oh, I mean, there's consoles and consoles you use, right? I mean, oh, ow, wow. Oh my goodness, that was great job. Disaster.
In my entertainment TV setup, I have 4 consoles that I use and 2 PCs. It's getting kind of out of control.
A little bit ridiculous.
I think I need another TV.
Separate or bigger?
2 separate TVs. At least, yeah.
We can do it.
See, he's on board for another TV.
Well, we have to split or can handle it.
We already can send signals to 2 TVs, so.
Yeah.
Kitty, please do not claw me. Okay, I sent you a package.
Yep. That was amusing. Completely unexpected.
We talked about Horatio Alger.
Yes, the surprising pedophile.
Yeah. We talked about the New York Times. We didn't talk about games, really. Oh, the indie games thing. And the crossplay thing. My overall thought on crossplay is that it's a pro-consumer move. It makes each console more valuable. And I can see why developers don't really... No. I can see why developers don't care about it, necessarily. I can see why console makers wouldn't be in love with it. If you can play games with your friends who have an Xbox when you have a PlayStation, then you don't buy an Xbox and they don't buy a PlayStation. So I can see why the console makers would be like, eh. There's some games I own twice because I play them with PlayStation people and Xbox people. So there's certainly less in it for the people who make games and consoles than there is for us.
Yes. True. I like being pro-consumer. And speaking of something that's pro-consumer, something that I think is, oh wow, that wrecked me. Good job, Foxy Lady. So another thing that's pro-consumer that I saw, Lord of the Rings: Shadow of Mordor is a game that came out a couple years ago, got a lot of popular acclaim, pretty good game. I've enjoyed what I've played of it. It's coming out with a sequel later this year, and so they're reducing the price on the original version of the Game of the Year edition, the one that has all the DLC in it. You can buy the entirety of the game plus DLC for $4.
Wow.
It's like, I already own the game. I bought all the DLC separately at full price. I'm actually fairly tempted to pay $4 to support this move just so that developers who can see that they'll get some love if they do this kind of stuff, even if I don't have any desire to, you know, play the game again anytime soon. It's just that kind of a move.
I own the game. Actually, I think you got your copy. Didn't I buy 2 by accident?
Yeah, that's how I got it initially.
And sell one off to you, yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. Good memory.
I've bought it a couple times. Yeah.
And now I'm going to buy it again. And actually, that copy that you bought, that I bought off of you, is currently with my brother-in-law, who's buying it from me. So I don't even have it anymore. So I can't
it's on
play
its
it right
third
now.
owner.
Well, it's not even owner, but yeah, temporary owner.
Yeah. That game has been around.
Gets around. It may have some sort of game version of a venereal disease.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to, I think I might buy it. I never got around to buying the DLC, actually, so to me, that's actually quite a good deal.
Yes, an amazing deal. And again, I'm tempted just to show support for the developer and say, hey, you know, go for it. And other guys, you know, looking at you, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, yes. Yeah. It took me a second there. I was like, what is the correct pronunciation?
I'm screwing with you.
Yeah.
Wrong way! Put it on the other one! I had points! Apparently it didn't listen to me when I said to press right, so... 6, 8... No choices. Oh, I hate screwing up.
Okay, so the Game of the Year edition of Middle-earth is $5.99 on the PlayStation Store. So, is it $2 more?
Seems like it.
Let's check. Oh, see, it won't let me buy it because I already own it. Just wants me to play it.
You own the Game of the Year edition? See, that's
no,
the thing.
I don't. I clicked on... Okay, let's try again. Will it know if I put in...
Wow. a wreck.
I don't know. Your domino skills are...
You know, I'm clearly making some mistakes here.
So the Game of the Year edition, here it is. It's $4, yeah. You guys are getting it $2 cheaper.
Nice. I'll take that.
That's a weird distinction.
It is. And it's also a Xbox One X launch title, the sequel for next gen. So maybe that has something to do with it. Like the Xbox is trying to claim all these exclusives. Well, maybe they can't claim exclusives on content, but they're going to claim exclusives on prices and initial availability and stuff like that. And, fighting on price is a great way to go. If I can get a game $2 cheaper consistently on Xbox than I can on PlayStation, that'll definitely move my market choice towards the Xbox over the PlayStation, right? Especially when you buy as many games as I do.
I wasn't signed in to PlayStation Plus. It's $3.99.
Okay, so it's
if
just
you have PlayStation.
Right. So it's the basically gold versus silver pricing.
Basically,
so, yeah. All right.
So that was my
same deal across the board. Well, my statement stands. It's just not currently applicable.
It's just not. Yeah. I was gonna be like, well, we can really have a conversation about this, but no.
Apparently not. No. Let's turn up the number of opponents here, and yes, that's fine. Let's just finish off with Mexican Train here for a few minutes, and then wrap it up. Because clearly this is Domino's. We just the different. Oh, I've got the dog, the cool cat, and the thieving vermin.
This is not going to go well for you.
Oh no, I'm going to get wrecked.
You're playing against a bunch of four-legged fiends.
Eat it.
I played Harvest Moon this week.
Okay.
And that's fun. Really fun. Do you know anything about that game?
I know a fair amount about it, but
no.
Assume that our audience does
not. Not Harvest Moon, Hunter's Moon. Hunter's Moon is a game where it takes about an hour to beat it, but every time you play it, you start from the beginning, but you keep all your stuff. So it's very different. It's impossible to beat the final boss the first however many times you play it.
So that sounds a little bit like a game that we'll be playing in a couple of weeks, which is the Half-Minute Hero.
Right, we talked about that.
So I actually don't know that game, but I do know Half-Minute Hero a little bit.
Let me pull up a description of Hunter's Moon. And I bought it on a whim during the sale that we had during E3. Okay, Hunter's Moon is not in the store. Well, what? I don't know anything today. Okay, that's not what the game is called. Oh, Moon Hunters?
Moon Hunters?
No.
Completely backwards. Completely different game.
Let me click on Moon Hunters. Yes. This is it. Okay, so it's Moon Hunters. Woo! Alright. I should be able to get a description of it now that I know its name. All right. So the makers describe it as a cooperative personality test.
Wow.
It's
Cooperative?
couch. Yeah, it's
co-op.
couch
Okay.
co-op. It's coming to Xbox One in July, on July 19th, actually. I wonder if it's online multiplayer. 1 to 4 players. Moon Hunters is a myth-weaving adventure for 1 to 4 players, solving ancient mysteries and building mythologies. Explore a hand-painted pixel art world that's randomly generated, yet rich with legends, non-linear linear stories, and secrets. How will you be remembered? And the will you be remembered part is the interesting part. Because you make decisions, are you going to do A or B? And that affects your personality.
Mm-hmm.
Your personality affects your strengths, how you can play, what puzzles you can solve, if you can even talk to certain people.
Oh, wow.
Some people won't talk to you if you're not patient enough. There's stuff that you can only wreck if you're fueled by vengeance. Otherwise, you have to leave it. And whenever you complete the game, you become a constellation. And your constellation changes depending on how you're developing your personality.
Fascinating.
And there's 6 different heroes you can be, I think. It's really interesting. The first time we played it, my sister was like, this is stupid. But we've played it probably 10 times since then. Because it's really satisfying.
Yeah, when it has that much replayability. You know,
yeah.
I would love to play that game. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound like something that's ever going to come to Xbox.
No, it's coming July 19th.
Really?
To Xbox One. Yeah.
Wow.
It says available July 19th. July.
Well, that's good news.
Canadian dollars.
Not in my marketplace.
It wouldn't just come to Canadian Moon Hunters or just Canadian Xbox, would it?
Unlikely, but it could.
Okay, I'm gonna go on the Xbox app again. Back in the Xbox app. Now that I know the game's name. And I'm also curious if it's online multiplayer or if it's just couch co-op. Ooh, 2017 coming soon.
Good for him.
So you could pre-order
Cool
it.
Cat. How much is it?
$14.99. So, and this goes into our discussion of how we think not every game needs to cost $60.
Yes.
And I think $15 for this game, I'm totally happy that I paid that. I've definitely gotten 3 movies worth of entertainment out of it, you know. I didn't pay that though. What did I pay? Because I bought it on sale.
I'll probably wait for a sale as well. It'll probably go on a third off or half off sale pretty soon. And for $10 or $7.50 is much more my range of prices.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was the wrong button. I need to pay more attention to which thing is lighting up. I'm talking to you and not paying close enough attention.
That's true.
I can blame it. Anytime I play poorly,
streaming.
I can always just blame it on you.
Yeah. You can be like, well, I mean, it's hard to talk and be entertaining and...
And I'm paying attention. I'm learning all about your awesome game, and, you know, Domino's is just not all that interesting. So let's play that other interesting game in our minds instead of the Domino's.
Right. So I paid $6.74, which is a totally random amount of money to pay. It was more than worth it. Yeah.
No, I'm excited that it's coming to Xbox because I want more things that are currently I can do this. Okay, yeah, I can satisfy. I want games that are cool and interesting on PlayStation to come to Xbox. Like I was playing Doki Doki Universe. I was like, this is a fun game. This game belongs on all consoles. Why is this simple game not on Xbox? Because you think that Xbox is all frat boys, and so no one will buy it? Fine. But how hard is it to port it? You know, can you port it for $10,000? Are you not going to make $10,000 worth of money selling this game on another console? Seems like you would.
Well, and I'm looking at the Moon Hunters release here, and it was released for PS4 and Steam, and it hit Steam in June of 2016, or March in 2016. So if they had it for PlayStation and for Steam, console to PC is the more complicated port than console to console. You know, it's easier. I believe it's easier to make.
Well, I think you're talking about
console version.
A lot of the difficulty is in the controller setup versus mouse and keyboard.
Well, no, it has something to do with how consoles utilize graphics cards and CPUs versus
well, that
how
depends on which console
computers-
you're talking about as well. Because if you're looking like the PlayStation 3, there's just whatever. There's no comparison at all. Between the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, yeah, there's probably not much of a significant difference. They're probably pretty similar.
Right. So at least in this generation, it's been easier to develop console versions and then port it to PC is kind of what they've been doing, which is why the PC people have had some really shitty ports. I mean, Batman
Oh, jeez,
was
that
the
was a
most
disaster.
that one was so bad. Steam pulled it from the store. And
It's
Steam
like this.
doesn't
We
give a
green
shit
with
about
this, but
anything.
it did not pass our quality standards. We did not pass Steam
And we
quality
have
standards.
no quality standards.
Digital Homicide did, and this didn't.
So bad.
Well, I'm gonna get wrecked this game. Just bad draws.
Amazon Prime just got the Dollars trilogy, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I've decided to rewatch them. And just this music, it's all I can think of. Clint Eastwood and really bad dubbing.
Well, at least it's not the porn music. I'd rather have spaghetti western music than porn music.
Well, the Dollars trilogy was Ennio Morricone, so that was good music.
Yeah.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, that was
That's a
groundbreaking,
classic soundtrack.
industry-changing soundtrack. The idea of having specific themes for specific characters, I mean, there was so much he did that was totally new.
Well, leitmotif for characters goes back all the way to at least Fritz Lang. But maybe multiple leitmotifs is something that he did. I don't know. I'm not enough of a film historian to say something there.
Yeah, there's also, in terms of transformation of what's going on, you know, the final Mexican standoff, it's literally just them standing and staring at each other. But
For like
it's
10 minutes.
incredibly, yeah, it's incredibly
Great
tense.
suspense, yeah. They made it
Great
work.
suspense, and it's just because the music. Uh-oh, the kitties are gearing up for a fight. As long as they don't have it on my leg, I'll be fine.
Oh, that round hurt bad. 11 rounds left. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're not going to get 11 rounds. So,
No.
that is Dominoes.
Domino
We're done.
Master.
Domino Master. You can master
If you like
dominoes.
this, there's many add-on packs.
You can change the music. It doesn't have to be Clint Eastwood or porn. You can have
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood and porn. and whatever you like. Of course, as always, because this is Xbox, you can always just put the music on your hard drive and listen to your own music, but that may actually be harder to do, and it may not be a feature that's available with backwards compatibility because they managed to shut down the multiplayer. How they do that, I don't know. I can't even access the leaderboards. I can't access the leaderboards.
So it's like they broke the online component.
Yeah, whatever it was, and I didn't think that was even possible, because my understanding of how the backwards compatibility is done here is that basically this is the same game, and it's being run in a shell, which is an Xbox 360 emulator that Microsoft coded for the Xbox One, and they just have to put their software into it, and every game has that package on around the outside, which is why they're so much bigger than they were on the Xbox 360. So really, there should be no way that they were able to break this unless they didn't copy the game code over properly. So I'm stunned that that they managed to do this, and I completely empathize with anyone who is upset with that. I'm not terribly upset because I can just go back and play it on Xbox 360, and that's probably where I'm going to do it anyway. But yeah, that's rough. What it means, though, for example, is that one of the things that people who really like the backwards compatibility features of Xbox One and some of the things that Xbox has done as a console with its licensing. I have a license for this that I can play on my Xbox 360. I also have a license for this that I can play on my Xbox One. So, for example, my wife's account borrows my gold account. She can play this on my Xbox One, and I can play it on my Xbox 360, and we can each actually be playing it at the exact same time. And since she has a gold account on the One, if this multiplayer was not broken, she and I could play Dominoes together against each other on my single copy that I've purchased, in theory. But we can't right now because it's broken.
It is broken. Totally broken.
Right. So next week we'll come back, and next week we are going to do the Encleverment Experiment, which is a party game slash trivia slash expand your brain with these kinds of mental activities type of game. Should be nice and simple, but again, probably not a whole lot to talk about, but probably enough that we can have some fun poking fun at it.
I'm looking at the description for it.
Of the Encleverment Experiment?
Yeah. A myriad of mini games.
Yeah, you don't say
Nothing
myriad
irritates
of.
me more than a myriad of.
That's bad grammar.
Yeah,
it's already plural.
Not good. Yeah, it's already plural. We don't need that.
A lot of people don't know that, clearly. Clearly people don't know that.
I don't want it from something called the Encleverment Experiment. I don't know how enclevered I'm going to be.
Probably not very.
Yeah, alright. So are we
I think
switching to Tuesdays?
Do we want to switch nights?
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any ties to Friday night. I don't have any. Don't know if any other night is particularly better. I don't know that we get enough people watching on any regularity that it matters too much. We had visitors tonight. That was great. But I think if I change the night, no one's going to notice. So we'll pick out a night that works for us, and we'll go from there.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Des, once again for joining me, and thank you everyone who is viewing this now and in the future. Thank you, Ypod, for visiting us, and hopefully I did Domino's proud for you all. Good night.
Good night.